Unit 6.2 notes, adding and subtracting rational expressions. In order to add or subtract rational fractions, you must have a common denominator. Just like when you are adding or subtracting normal fractions. So in example 1 and example 2, both of these are going to have common denominators. Okay. So on number 1, notice that they both have 21x as their denominators. Since they are the same, we can just add the numerators. So 5 plus 2 is 7 over 21x. Then we see if we can reduce anything. Well, there is a number that can go into 7 and 21, and that number is 7. So 7 divided by 7 is 1, and 21 divided by 7 is 3. So we have the answer 1 over 3x. Example 2. Notice how they have common denominators of x times x minus 5. Since they have common denominators, we are going to combine the numerators. But notice we have a 4x and a 3. These are not like terms, so we can't combine them together, but instead just write them side by side. So we have 4x minus 3 over x times x minus 5. That's our answer. On the next example, we have two fractions that have different denominators. One is x minus 2 and the other is 2x minus 4. Well, we need to see how we can make both of these denominators the same. Well, if we factor this one, this is the same as saying 2 times x minus 2. Well, notice how that x minus 2 now matches our first fraction. So that means our first fraction is just missing a 2. So I can multiply the top and the bottom by 2. So I have 4x over 2 times x minus 2 minus 5x minus 1 over 2 times x minus 2. Now that I have the same denominators, I can combine the numerators. So I get 4x minus 5x plus 1 over 2 times x minus 2, which simplifies to negative x plus 1 over 2 times x minus 2. This is my answer. Number 4, again, notice how I have two different denominators. And notice how that first denominator has 3 terms, which tells me that I can try to factor this using the AC method. So x squared minus x minus 12 means I need two numbers that multiply to negative 12 but add to negative 1. And those numbers are negative 4 and 3. So I have x squared minus 4x plus 3x minus 12, which means I can take out an x from the first one and I'm left with x minus 4, and a 3 for the next one, I'm left with x minus 4. So I have x plus 3 times x minus 4. That is my new denominator for the first one. Then I have 2x minus 8, where I can take out a 2, and I'm left with x minus 4. So now I can rewrite this as x over x plus 3 times x minus 4 plus 5 over 2 times x minus 4. Notice they have x minus 4 in common. But in order for them to have common denominators, they have to look exactly the same. So notice that in the first fraction, this one has an x plus 3, which means this one should also have an x plus 3. So I'm going to multiply this second one by x plus 3. Okay. Now, this has an x plus 3 and an x minus 4, which matches this. But this first fraction is missing the 2. So we're going to multiply the first fraction by 2. So we have 2x over 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 4 plus 5x plus 15 over 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 4. Now that we have common denominators, we can add the numerators, and so we have 7x plus 15 over 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 4. That's your answer. Number 5, we now have 3 fractions, so we have to look at each of the denominators and see if we can simplify them by factoring. Okay, so this one, x minus 4, we can't simplify. X, we can't simplify, but x squared minus 4x, we can. X squared minus 4x, we can take out an x and we're left with x minus 4. So if I was to rewrite this, I would have x plus 2 over x minus 4 plus 2 over x minus 5x over x times x minus 4. Well, notice that this denominator has an x and an x minus 4, which means that this fraction needs an x and this fraction needs an x minus 4. That way, they both will match. Okay. So we have x squared plus 2x over x times x minus 4 plus 2x minus 8 over x times x minus 4 minus 5x over x times x minus 4. Now that all our denominators are the same, we can combine our numerators. So I have x squared plus 2x minus 8 minus 5x all over x times x minus 4, which means I have x squared minus x minus 8 over x times x minus 4. That's my answer. Number 6. I look at each of the denominators and see which one or if any I can factor. So the first one, x squared minus 16, is actually a difference of squares, which means I can simplify this to x minus 4 times x plus 4. Which means that my denominator should all look like this. But notice that this denominator and the denominator of the third fraction are both missing something. The second fraction is missing x plus 4. And the last fraction is missing x minus 4. So then we have 5x minus 1 over x minus 4 times x plus 4 minus, we have two binomials being multiplied together, so we're going to FOIL them. 3x squared plus 12x plus 4x plus 16 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4 plus 4x minus 16 over x minus 4 times x plus 4. Now that all my denominators are the same, I can add my numerators. So I have 5x minus 1 minus 3x squared minus 12x minus 4x minus 16 plus 4x minus 16 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4, which means I have negative 3x squared. Okay, these 4x's cancel. minus 7x minus 33 all over x minus 4 times x plus 4. That's my answer. Oops. Number 7 and number 8 are now combining both notes from today and notes 1. So the first thing we have to do is just simplify the denominator by creating one fraction instead of two. Well, we do this by getting common denominators. So this one is going to multiply by x, and this one by x minus 2. Okay. Which means I have x over x times x minus 2 plus 3x minus 6 over x times x minus 2. Which means I have 4x minus 6 over x times x minus 2. This is my new denominator. So now I have 6 over x minus 2 divided by 4x minus 6 over x times x minus 2. Well, since this bar means to divide, that means I need to multiply by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So that means I have 6 over x minus 2 times x minus 2 over 4x minus 6. I can cancel x minus 2 on the diagonal, and I'm left with 6 over 1 times x over 4x minus 6, which equals 6x over 4x minus 6. That's my answer. Number 8, I now have to simplify my numerator and make it one fraction by multiplying the first one by x plus 5, and then the second one by x minus 3, so I can get a common denominator. So this gives me 2x plus 10 over x plus 5 times x minus 3 minus x minus 3 over x plus 5 times x minus 3. Now that I have the same denominators, I can combine the numerators. So I have x plus 13, because 10 minus a negative 3 is 10 plus 3, which is 13, over x plus 5 times x minus 3. This is my new numerator. So which means I have x plus 13 over x plus 5 times x minus 3 divided by 3 over x plus 5. Remember, this means to divide. And when I divide, I need to change it to multiplication and flip the second fraction. So I have x plus 13 over x plus 5 times x minus 3 times x plus 5 over 3. I can cancel x plus 5 on the diagonal, and I'm left with x plus 13 over x minus 3 times 1 over 3, which gives me x plus 13 over 3x minus 9. That's my answer. Number 9 says, what is the perimeter of a square that has a side length of x plus 4 over x minus 8? Well, we know a square has all the same sides, same length of sides, and the perimeter is adding all the sides together. So technically what we need to do is take that x plus 4 over x minus 8 and add it together 4 times. Well, since it's the same length on either side, I can actually take that and multiply it by 4. So x plus 4 over x minus 8 times 4 over 1 gives me 4x plus 16 over x minus 8. That's my answer. And then lastly, number 10, it wants us to find the perimeter of a rectangle. Well, we know the rectangle has two corresponding sides. So the top here and the bottom here are going to be the same, of 3 over x plus 6. And the left and the right are both going to be the same as 2 over x plus 1. So since each of the sides are doubled, we're going to take 2 times each of the sides before we add our fractions together. So we have 2 over 1 times 3 over x plus 6 plus 2 over 1 times 2 over x plus 1, which means we have 6 over x plus 6 plus 4 over x plus 1. Well, now we need to get a common denominator, so I'm going to multiply this one by x plus 1 and this one by x plus 6. And I get 6x plus 6 over x plus 1 times x plus 6 plus 4x plus 24 over x plus 1 times x plus 6. Now that I have common denominators, I can add the numerators together, and I get 10x plus 30 over x plus 1 times x plus 6, and this is my answer.